Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today's video we're going to be showing you how to make a mob spawner, or how to get one, and also how to modify it using different items to change what type of monster it spawns and some of the spawning conditions. If you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like, but most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you'll see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. Okay, so we're going to use just a couple examples here. The first thing is, of course, making a monster spawner itself. You can go out into the world and find a monster spawner that already exists, and if you use an axe or item with silk touch, breaking that spawner will allow you to pick it up. If you break it using something else, the spawner will just be destroyed. But you can go ahead and pick one up, but if you want to make one, you start with a steel frame, pristine zombie matter, nether star, pristine skeleton matter, eggs, 2 of them, a pristine creeper matter, a shulker pearl, and a pristine spider matter. So all of the different matters, those you're going to get using a different mod completely, the deep mob learning. So that will make you a mob spawner. I'm also, for this one, we're going to show you how to make a clock. Super easy. It's just 4 gold and some redstone. And we got some sugar, which is, of course, made by sugarcane. There are multiple different modifiers for a spawner. We're going to look at those in just a second. But first of all, once we've made our mob spawner and we set it on the ground, it's going to default to a pig. So it will spawn pigs if the right conditions are met. So, they're not spawning right now because I'm in daylight. There's too much light here. It does have to be in darkness. If you hit F7 on your keypad, it will show you if there are light or dark spaces. It does have to be in at least a yellow, but primarily a red spawn area to get them to spawn. So how do you change that into a different mob? That is going to be over here. We're going to look at a couple different things. So these are all the modifiers that will change how your spawner works. If you're looking at a spawner and you hold shift or you crouch, you'll see that there's a minimum delay, max delay, spawn count, max nearby entities, player range, and spawn range. And these right now are the default. A pig with those numbers. So how do we change that? There are some options. The first one is if you use sugar, it will decrease the minimum spawn time. Okay, so again, looking at that, I probably should have said this a little closer. The minimum delay starts at 200. So using sugar will slowly lower that. You can use many of them. A clock will decrease the maximum spawn. A fermented spider eye will increase the spawn count. A ghast tear will increase the maximum entities. A prismarine crystals will increase the player activation range. A blaze rod will increase the spawn range. A dragonade will disable the checking conditions. A nether star removes the need to have a player nearby. A coarse fruit will disable the spawn cap. A redstone comparator will enable redstone control of the spawner. And a spawn egg will change the entity of the type of spawner you have. So just to get a little bit more identification here. So increase minimum spawn means that, again, the minimum spawn delay by 5 ticks will be decreased. The clock will maximum the spawn delay by 10. Fermented spider eye increases the spawn count by 1. Ghast tear increases nearby entities by 2. Prismarine crystals increase the player activation range by 2 blocks in every direction. Blaze rod increases the spawn range by 1. Dragon egg disables checking conditions when spawning entities. Nether star is going to remove the need for a nearby player. Coarse fruit disables the spawn cap, enabling an infinite number of monsters to spawn. Redstone comparator enables redstone controls the spawner and requires a signal to run. Spawn egg changes what type of monster comes out of your spawn. So let's go ahead and start with an egg. We're just going to pop that one off here and we're going to take it. If you go over to your monster spawner and you right click with the mob spawn, with a spawn egg in your hand, boop, as you can see, now it is a monster spawner for zombies. Very simple. And you can change it again with a different spawn egg if you wanted to. So all of those things that we looked at will do different things. But we're going to look at 2 specifically that are going to get us an advancement today. If we go to the Advancements tab under the Age of All the Things, OMG LOL, in the top you'll see Use Sugar and Clocks to upgrade a spawner to have 0 delay. We'll give you the Spawntacular advancement. So let's go ahead and look at that. I've got us here a bunch of clocks and a bunch of sugar. So we're going to start with those. And if you look, the spawn delay, their minimum delay, max delay. When I right click, the max delay is changing. It is dropping by 5. So I just sit there and keep clicking on it with these, and it's going to continue to lower it. And the advancement, you have to get that all the way to the max delay possible. So let's go ahead and tear into those real quick. It'll take just a second. Okay, already down to 300. You'll need a bunch of clocks and a bunch of sugar to do this. So that, almost done. And there we go. So that is now at 0. So we're going to do the same thing with sugar to affect the next stat, your minimum delay. So we drop that, and it drops it by 5 as well. Luckily, you don't need quite as much sugar as you needed clocks. So we're going to get that all the way down to 0. And when it hits 0, you will get the advancement, Spawntacular. This is a great way for specializing specific mobs. Maybe you have an automated spawner you want to use, and you want a specific type of mob to farm. This is a great way to go ahead and control that. You could also use the redstone comparator, so you could have multiple in there. Different switches will turn on and off different ones. There's a lot of different combinations you can do. But the important thing, of course, is getting that advancement. And then after that, you can use the spawner in any way you want, customizing it to meet your needs. All right, so that's going to do it for this tutorial today. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my other tutorials, please drop those down in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer those as quickly as I can. Also, if you have any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4, please throw those down there as well. I'm always happy to help in any way that I can. But that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.